from the mobile home park. So live from my rental Jeep. So we're talking about, I'm on site from a mobile home park that I bought several years ago out of state. We've got 2 more homes being delivered like literally any second now. So y'all probably gonna get to be eyewitness to some mobile homes being delivered during a Facebook Live. All right. So we're going to talk about this mobile home park that I bought several years ago. It's been over 5 years. Time flies. So how I found it, how I funded it, how we manage it, how we're growing it, repositioning to sell. How did I buy a 24 lot mobile home park, 400 virtually? How do we buy it out of state? How do we manage it? All this kind of stuff. How do we get 100% financing for it? So this is what the focus is for today. So if you're looking for a breakthrough in your business, I would encourage you to watch this, because I think you're going to have a lot of aha moments and some things that you'll be able to take away. So that being said, I do want to do a quick little plug for the Private Lender Playbook second edition launch party. We're roughly 30 days. What's today? April 1st? We're 30 days away. April 3rd, 30th. 30 days away. Get your ticket. We're relaunching the Private Lender Playbook. Spent a lot of time and energy and effort into really upgrading and leveling up this book that I wrote 8-9 years ago. And it was time to update it. A lot has changed. I've done hundreds of deals since. The market's changed. We're doing like some syndications now. There's crypto stuff, there's AI stuff, like there's a lot that's changing in the world of real estate and essentially lending. And I think for those of you who are real estate investors looking to raise capital, this is a great event for you to be at. There's going to be a lot of lenders there and a lot of investors there in the same room. This is in Houston, Texas. And I think that in times of uncertainty, which let's just face it, in the world in which we live, is a lot of uncertainty. All right. There's a lot of uncertainty. So money and investments are looking for certainty, right? They're looking for certainty. And that's what we can offer, and that's what we can provide to investors and create a win-win synergistic relationship where it's a win for us, it's a win for them. We can grow our business exponentially. We can grow our businesses exponentially while offering lenders predictable above market rates of return. So you want to get in this room. We've got some free resources. Everyone that signs up, you're going to get a book. That's the night that we're officially releasing the book, hot off the press. So get signed up for this and don't miss it. So disclaimer, anything that we're going to share today on this training is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing presented should be considered financial, legal, tax, investment advice. Any actions taken based upon this information are done at your own risk. Always consult a licensed professional before making financial investment decisions. And there comes the mobile home as we speak. Here's the focus of the breakthrough: motivate, educate, inspire, and equip each and every one of you to go out and create the real results that you want in your life and your business. And I'm doing my damnedest to lead by example. It's not always easy. I'll be honest, like most time it's not easy, but it's worth it. And so for those of you who are stuck, you're stagnant, you're not creating the life and the business that you desire, like there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So in these trainings, I'm going to do my best to help do those things: motivate, educate, inspire, and equip, to give you a breakthrough, because sometimes you don't need a different strategy. You don't need to change what you're doing, but you need a breakthrough, an aha moment, and a level of encouragement, a slight little insight, a slight little tweak, a slight little pivot to get you moving in the right direction. So what I teach is based off 5 fundamentals of real estate: how to set your focus, how to find deals, how to fund deals, how to fix those deals, and how to flip them into the type of asset that works best to create your freedom, whatever that may be: flipping a property, renting it, owner finance, mobile home parks, what have you. But everything I do is based on years of experience. I've been doing investing in real estate for over 18 years now, 500 plus deals, started with nothing. So don't really care to hear like the sob stories of like, you have nothing, you're broke, all that kind of stuff, because that's where I started from. So or me, probably, if you're at that place of ground zero, and I'm here to shed light that there is hope for you to get unstuck, but you need to break through, and you need to start taking get clear on what it is that you want and take massive, massive, massive action. So if you guys have questions, fire away, put them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them today if I can. I don't know, because I'm staring at a mobile home literally right in front of me. Okay, so here we go. Mobile home being delivered, 2 of them, and they're big ones. They're like big ones. We did a couple small ones last week. These are big. Quick shout out to our typical host. I just want to give Close Title some love. Today's training may be a little bit quicker than normal because I'm staring at residents coming out, standing in the rain, mobile home, big ass mobile home, and the driver's coming over to probably talk to me, but I'm like, bro, that's your job, so you got to do your job. All right, let's get into this mobile home park case study. Man, this is kind of cool. We're doing like a mobile home park case study live from a mobile home park with mobile homes being delivered. The question is whether or not I'm gonna have to move my Jeep. That can disrupt a webinar, but real and raw for you guys. How did I find this deal? So this is a story in and of itself. So short answer, marketing. So the 5 fundamentals of real estate, one of those fundamentals is essentially deal flow, like creating deal flow, finding deals. Okay, what are you doing to generate deal flow? What are you doing to generate deal flow? What is your marketing plan? So our primary marketing plan is through direct mail. This is literally like right here. You see this? Like it's right there. We're right here. This is going on. This is a true mobile home case study. This is live in person right there. It's hard not to be distracted, but this is kind of cool. So that's it right there. I thought it up in this deal, lesson SEO marketing. That's our number one lead source. Search engine optimization. And we've done that for years, over a decade plus of single family homes. And then when I started looking at mobile homes and mobile home parks, then we started doing some SEO for that kind of stuff. And what you focus on tends to create some fruit. And so we started getting leads from just random places and started getting some leads. Wasn't intending this, but for parks this is a long story. This lead came to us from a rural town in Illinois, a little over an hour outside of Chicago. And the lead came to us, and it was a 24-lot mobile home park that was like 50% occupied and very rundown. I have a video I'll share with you guys at the end. And basically we told the people, and I think around the time they were asking, around 350, 325, somewhere in that range for the park. And we're like, my acquisitions agent was handling all of it. And we looked at it and we're like, it's too far. It's too much, not much upside, too much work, we'll pass. But one of the breakthroughs here is like, whenever we're working, like honestly and truly, when we're working with motivated sellers, our intention is to help them, right? Like one of our models is like, we're not going to buy every house. We're not going to buy every property, but we're going to try to help every seller. Okay, give them information, equip them with honest information, so then let them make that decision. So what happened is the seller ended up, he had inherited the property for years. I don't know the whole story. I didn't really deal with them, but they ended up doing a seller financing to a local investor. And that's what we advised them, like, that'd probably be great for you if you've got someone who's local, owner financing, seller financing for them, let them fix the park up, and you don't have to deal with the day-to-day stuff anymore. And they did that, but after 2 to 3 months, it went dead really, really quick. Inexperienced investor, didn't know what he was doing. He didn't have capital to do anything. And it went bad really, really quick. So they came back to us, dropped the price. Hey, what about 250? We're like, too far, not worth it. No, thank you, blah, blah, blah. But do this, try this. And long story short, this process went on for about a year. Okay, it went on for about a year. And my acquisition agent would touch base with them every couple, 2-3 months. And then they came back, and the price, they said they were willing to go like 185 or something like that. So now we became very interested. We're like, hey, if nothing else, like, well, maybe we'll just wholesale this thing, tie it up under contract and wholesale it. So at that point in time, and this was all during COVID, by the way. So at that point in time, we got to 175 and got it under contract. And I'm like, all right, we need to take a look at this thing. So I flew my acquisitions agent up here, go take a look at the park, meet with some contractors, meet with the city, make sure like, you know, what weren't we seeing here? And we did our feasibility there. And there was a big thing that we weren't seeing. And that was essentially that from meeting with people, like found out like, essentially we were going to have to replace all the water lines. Okay. All the water lines under the park, which was close to, I was getting quotes around $100,000 at the time. And the sellers didn't really let us know about that. Right. So we're like, all right, what else are they hiding and uncovering up from us? So we dug deep on feasibility, from that place of 350,000 to 250,000 to 195 or 185 or whatever it was. We got them down to 120. I felt confident I could get the water line stuff done for like $80,000. By the way, they were all bills paid. And so what that meant was they had a lot of water leaks underneath the ground. And so that water meter is constantly running their bill, like the owner's bill. So that was another reason they were highly motivated. So then after that, we found out a couple of other things. Their park was not in good standing with the state. They had failed to file like their annual inspection thing, which wasn't a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but what else are you doing here? So we found that. We found some other items and issues. I can't recall what they were. Long story short, when we got to that point, found a few other minor things. I just told them we're going to terminate worth our time. This is not worth our time to pursue any longer. And they're like, you can't back out. We have to sell this thing. What would you buy it for? And I'm like, guys, we're not interested. And I'm pretty sure like, you know, for me to make a counter for you is something you wouldn't accept. So we're probably just going to pass. And at that point, we went down to 100K and they said yes. And then there was a couple of other things they did that just kind of irritated us. And we're like, you know what? We can just kill this thing. And so long story short, they dropped the price down to 90,000. So the title of this presentation is a little off because it's technically from 90K to 100 to a million plus. So that's how we found it. Direct to seller, establishing relationships, establishing trust. I mean, we told them, list this thing with the broker. If you can be a little bit patient, you can sell this for a whole lot more.
One's not too
just
bad.
Get a shovel and level it out a little bit.
You gotta have a pretty good ramp. I mean, get over from the back of the home to the.
You're gonna need about a 20-foot long ramp. They should have cut it down, or the way it is now, it needs cut down. Like you either got to come in or you got to bring more stone in. You know, but
what do we do?
What was that?
What do we do? I mean, the installer was here too and said the pads, everything looked good.
Pads weren't in when we were here last week. Yeah. Pads good, but it needed a ramp at the end to be able to push the home off it.
I mean, we can't get up a step.
Are you sure? Can we try?
I mean, show you what it does, but
I mean, we can try it, but you have to sign off the home before we try it because I mean, it's gonna put a lot of stress on trying to go up that big hill like that. Gonna put a lot of stress on it.
Hey, there we go. Real life, real estate, problem solving. This is what you do. I don't think we've solved the problem yet, but we'll see. That's how we found it. Shifting back. I'm going to go a little quick because I'm got to deal with some stuff. How I funded it. Private money. Okay. We borrowed 100% financing to buy the park plus some additional capital to do our initial repairs. Zero out of pocket. We actually got wired 100 and something thousand to start the project, to start doing the demo, because we had to demo a lot of homes. How we manage it today: systems, contractor, local boots on the ground. So I invested some time here in the beginning to find some trades that I trusted. So it meant that I had to interview 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of certain trades: plumber, electrical, a dirt guy to do dirt work and tree trim and demo, stuff like that. And virtual oversight. So years ago, we created a virtual real estate management company and property support company. So we manage all of our properties virtually, which helps tremendous cost savings, because in today's market with rentals and properties like that, it's much more difficult to generate what we all want as investors, which is positive cash flow. So you have to be lean where you can be lean, and we're lean on the management side with a virtual team. And we're utilizing AI now. If y'all are interested in that, if you have a portfolio of 10 or more houses, feel free to hit me up. and we can talk to you about those services that we provide for management. How we're growing it, you're seeing it right here. So we haven't added sites, but we've added lots, added homes to lots. We had to demo a lot of homes. I think we demoed 5 homes. We literally, and I can't make this up, we had 2 homes burned down. 2 homes burned down. One of them was very nice. It was unfortunate. We didn't own it, so it wasn't like an insurance thing that we got reimbursed for. It was just, it sucked because there were 2 people that were paying rent and their homes burned down. One of them, we kind of wanted him to go, so it was kind of a blessing. The other guy, we did not, so that kind of sucked. That's what we had to deal with. And then we're increasing income, increasing lot rents slowly. You can only charge what the market will allow you to charge, but we've increased lot rents. And then we've also offset utilities, right? Where before it was water was all bills paid. But after we got the water lines replaced, we had everything sub-metered. So now, and that was one year we didn't do a price and we didn't do a lot rent increase, but we transitioned from all bills paid water to them paying water bills. This drastically increases. This is one of the greatest ways to improve your bottom line and your value on a commercial property is by repositioning the utility. So we did that. And repositioning to sell, increasing our net operating income, rents, management, reducing turnover. We've got a lot of like really, really solid residents. Like everyone here's kind of been here for a long time, not planning on leaving, very affordable. So that's one of the great things with mobile home parks and affordable housing. And our 2025 financials, for example, you can look at what our pro forma is in terms of like all of our rents, and we almost nailed it. It was less than 10% off. It's like 7 or 8% off. So 7 or 8% of like, meaning you collect 90 something percent of your rents, 92, 93% is really good. So we didn't have much turnover, much vacancies at all last year. Right. And look at when it's time to sell. I don't know when we're going to sell. I'm looking at these for the long term. So, believe like I'm into real estate to create wealth. And that's the name of my coaching group is like the wealth passage. And this journey that we have to take to create wealth is done over time. It's done with the right actions, consistently, persistently over time. So I don't know, like we've been owning this park for about 5 years. There's still a lot of work to do. And there's things, honestly, like if you watch the video, like when we bought it and how it is today, there's things I would like to change and improve appearance wise, but it really just doesn't make sense right now until we're ready to sell. For example, we did do road work out here. But one of my mobile home park mentors, he said, there's only 2 times when you do work on the roads is when you're going to sell or when you're going to refinance. And we did refinance. So I guess that helped. But the bottom line is buy it right, fund it smart, operate well, scale or grow your income, and then you can exit strong. If you don't do those things, then you're not going to exit strong. So all of those are required. So let's take a look at what we did. So the purchase price was $90,000. I'm going to show you all the HUD statement real quick, just to verify things. Hold on real quick.
Hey, sorry to bug you again.
It's all right.
All right, if we pull up that one out of the way with the
Do what
driver.
you got to do. Yeah.
All right.
Do what you got to do.
Thank you.
So this was the HUD statement. I'm going to show you real quickly, showing that we did buy it for $90,000. Loan amount was this was the original loan amount was $200,000. So if you see this down here, borrower balance due. So we got $106,000 closing, right? Primarily is what we did with that was just to start doing our demo because we had a lot of cleanup and stuff that we had to do. 24 lot park, to give you overview of this, 24 lot. When we bought it, it was about 50% occupied, which was not good. Our rents were in the range of $310 to $365, but that also included all bills paid. Yeah, included water. They were not individually metered. So at the time, gross rents were around $5,000. Okay, which is not great, but you're looking at like, okay, we bought it for $100,000. Would you like to buy a single family home for $100,000? That $1,000 rent. That's where I was like, the risk of us buying this thing out of state, even during COVID, which created some challenges as well. High reward. It was worth it. Low risk, high reward. Okay. There was a lot of deferred maintenance though. So I knew that we weren't going to stay at, 100 roads, a lot of homes we had to demo, just the grounds in general, a lot of tree trimming, removing trees, stuff like that, and plumbing. So a lot of work. Okay. We've roughly spent around $500,000 since we bought the park. We did the water lines that I mentioned, demos and cleanup. It's probably been more than this. I just pulled some rough numbers, demoing 5+ homes, other trash, all this kind of stuff. We've brought in 3 new homes prior to the last week. The homes themselves are only about $150,000, but the setups, the plumbing, electrical, HVAC, pads, skirting, 20,000 each, roughly, right? So it's not cheap. We've inherited some used homes. We've spent some money to fix up one of those homes. Actually, there was 2 of them that we fixed up. No, I'm sorry. We bought a used home, brought that one in, did minor repairs, invest about 35, probably closer to 40,000 on that one. We owner financed it after that was done, and we inherited a couple of older homes that we fixed up, and mainly the exterior to make them aesthetically, okay on the exterior, and then kind of did it as a handyman special where they fixed up the inside. Tree removal and trimming, not even gonna lie, and there's been some other demo in this, like massive amount of trees, stump grinding, all that kind of stuff. We did the road work, which is not too expensive, to be honest with you. And then that's kind of what we spent over the years in the landscaping. Miscellaneous, I don't even know where all that money's gone. It's just gone to different things. But we spent around $500,000 fixing Spark up. So where are we at today? Current debt I owe my lenders, which is a combination of bank, one private lender still involved, and then we have loans on the new homes that we bought recently. The 3 homes, recently, a couple of years ago, is where we're at now. We did a bank refinance for $350,000. They would not loan us more. I have an appraisal. I can show it to you. I have an appraisal, pulled it up last night, get ready for this, from last year, and they valued the park already at $900,000. And that was prior to where we're at now of us adding these 4 other homes. Okay. But the bank just said, we're only comfortable lending you $350,000. It's kind of pay off, but it's a local bank, and that's fine. 6.5%, I'll take it. We're bringing in these 4 homes now, so I'll talk about those numbers, and we were waiting to this summer, get these homes stabilized, get that income coming in, hoping interest rates were going to drop when the new Fed chairman came in and Jerome Powell left. That doesn't look like it's going to happen with the war and everything. So we'll see what we're going to do there. But currently, as of today, rents are $9,000 with all of our residents. We're 100% occupied. That is a blessing. Like, the people that are here have been here for a long time, don't seem to be going anywhere. It's great. Like, this is why I love mobile home park model. For the most part, most of our parks are like that. Utilities are individually metered. 4 homes coming in now, literally as we speak. So that's going to increase our rents substantially, $4,500 more with not a lot more debt. Like, we're adding on ROI is $4,500 increased rent, which is a really good return, right? A really good return. Don't tell me. I may have a plumber here. So total gross rents after the new home set and rent increase April 1st is going to bring us, we're going to be knocking on the door of $14,000 a month. Knocking on the door of $14,000 a month, which is $166,000 a year. Okay, adjusted debt owing currently owe $620. The 4 homes we're bringing in, I think that debt's about $180,000. Believe it or not, we're getting these new homes for there's a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, and a 4-bedroom. They range from $40,000 to $55,000. It's going to be roughly around $200,000 of debt. So that's where I'll be sitting on this park today. After these homes get set, stabilized, we'll have about $800,000 invested of debt. Some of you guys never done a park, never done commercial, like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. It is. But what we got to look at, like, what's the cap rate? Okay. So if you are, let's say, cost of all your debt is 8% on average, and you have a property that's producing 10, 12, 15% return, that's how we make money in this game. And even if this park was only an 8 cap, like it was only like really producing 8%, would that be a bad deal? Wouldn't be a great deal, but what am I doing at the same time, right? I'm paying down my debt, and I know that over time in the long term, long-term game of real estate. I'm paying down my debt. Okay. I'm increasing rents in certain periods of time, periods of market opportunities. My cost of debt will drop, meaning when there's lower interest rates, I will do refinances continually, meaning over a period of 5, 10, 15 years, reduce my cost of capital through refinances, while at the same time, what's going up? Rents. Rents are constantly annually going rent. Like we're doing a rent increase today. So then this is the game that we play. So the valuation, gross annual revenue is in that $165,000 range. Operating expenses 30%. I will say that a lot of people who are running mobile home parks, their operating expenses are going to be more. Okay, why are ours at that range? We have a very stabilized property. Not a lot of people coming in and out, barely any at all. We have very low cost of management, very low cost, primarily tenant-owned homes. And while we do have rentals, and the rentals incur more expenses, they're new construction, new homes. So the very low expenses on that. Utilities are individually metered, power, electricity, and water. So that would bring our $115,000 range. So here's 3 different valuation options. 6 cap, I get it. We're not going to sell this property at a 6 cap. We're just not, theoretically. But as there's more uncertainty in the market, it's not absurd. There have been small parks that have sold 5 cap, 6 cap. So it's not unheard of. 8 cap. Today, this is roughly a $1.4 million property after these homes are set and stabilized. 10 cap is 1.15. So would I go back in time and say I would do all this and put in the work that we've done, risk for a $300,000 spread? Probably not. But I say probably because theoretically it's a minimal amount of cash that I have in the deal. And it is cash positive, and we're set up and positioned to do really well and just hold out for that 8% cap buyer whenever we're ready to sell. And also keep in mind that even a 1% rate drop in interest rates increases the value of this property, say $130,000 to $300,000. Okay. 2% drop in the interest rate would do what? 250 to 500-600 whole lots. So we're getting, when we begin to get our income to say the 20,000 per month range, still operating it very, very lean, this is a very profitable park. So I'm going to show you, this is the video when we bought it. I'm going to go kind of through quick. Potholes, the fencing there was not in great shape. They had the trash at the front, which is really always bugs me. That's the first thing you see. There were some clean homes, like that one was great. And there's just older homes, right? This one was a bit of an eyesore, and it's still an eyesore today, to be honest. But look, we had to demo that home. We trashed it out. We demoed that home. We trashed it out. We got rid of the RV that had to be removed. This home burned down. That's one of the nice ones that burned down. This home burned down. 2 homes. This home's still here. This home's still here. This home's still here. Nice little train. It's a quiet town. I mean, the town's pretty cute. This home is still there. We did some work to that one, put all new siding on it, stuff like that, made it not an eyesore at all. Like, it actually looks like a brand new home. It says new siding on it. And demoed that one, demoed this one. They were just not habitable. Demoed this one. We did a lot of demo. Demoed that one. Demoed that one. A lot of demo. And the park extends. There's another home. Yeah, back there. This is like one of our initial walkthrough videos. Home extends there. And we've got a couple other homes. But you get the feel for it. So let's fast forward to today. And this is literally today. This is a little short of it. That's a building they just put up there. It's nice. So the things that we did, let's speed this up a little bit. These guys are out here waiting for me. We cleaned up the fence, stained it, put our signage, redid the mailboxes. He rents a space for a storage trailer, but that's one of our mobile home spots, one of our last pads that we'll fill. It hasn't changed with a lot of these homes. This guy's working on renovating this one. He bought it from the other guy, so he's like fixing it up, and he's already done it in another park, another home in our property. But now you see, like, slowly but surely improving the appearance. So that home was an older home that you saw previously. Okay, it was a home that you saw previously, but all new siding, skirting, and a roof. You mismatched the shingles there. But look at it, like it was an eyesore before. Now it's not so much. And we do still have some eyesores. This lady's pretty decorative out there. That was another home, that tan one. This is one that we just brought in. This was an older home that to eliminate the eyesore. This was a home that we inherited. So we put new skirting, siding, skirting, did some minor roof repairs on it, and just basically seller financed it, which is gave it away, and we charge a higher lot rent is what we'll do a lot of times. So we still have a few eyesores left. That one's not great. And there's a few down here that's a newer home we brought in. We've got a couple lots here, and there's some eyesores down here still hanging out. They own the homes. Doesn't make sense for us to spend money on them. And this is where our new homes are coming in today, like literally as we speak. But what we will do, that's a newer home. That one looks pretty nice. These eyesores, sorry, I'm moving and pointing around a lot. These eyesores, when we do get ready to sell, we will likely do a facelift, right? We will paint or skirt, put new siding on this home, and we'll just pay for it. We'll paint this guy's home. There's a couple other homes that we'll probably paint or do siding on, new skirting. So we'll probably spend 15, 20,000 to just eliminate the biggest eyesores, touch up the roads, clean up, some trees. But other than that, like, we've got a nice presentable park. Okay. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. So I literally am going to get running in just a second, but once again, encourage you to get registered for the Private Lender Playbook second edition launch party. Once again, this is going to be a room full of investors and lenders. I'm inviting all of my lenders out to come be a part of this event. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Come out there. If you are doing deals and you're looking for capital, why are we doing deals? To create our vision. So if you need help and support creating your vision, reach out to me. And lastly, if you're an investor, if you're a real estate agent and you're stuck at the same level, you feel like you're spinning your wheels, you're not doing the business that you desire to do, you're not moving your life and your business in the right trajectory, whether you're an investor, whether you're an agent, and you're ready to really go launch mode and get your business moving forward, hit that QR code, schedule time. You and myself will hop on a quick call. I can get to learn a little bit more about your situation, see what are the best ways and paths forward for you. We've got a couple different avenues for you to go, whether you're an investor agent or just an investor. You might want to go down the wealth passage path and move into getting some coaching and training, and something that I do each and every week. I have a small group of investor agents that I coach. We've also got some teams and people that can help you if you're a real estate agent looking to grow your business that way. So, my friends, I'm going to wrap this one up a little bit early today and go deal with some of my people out here at the mobile home park. But I hope y'all got a lot from that. I hope you guys got a lot from that, and we'll talk to you next time.